Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Agrarian Skies Hardcore Questing Mode. This is a heavily modified skyblock style world that has a interesting storyline behind it as well, as we'll see in here in just a moment. Probably going to do the majority of this as individual episodes, but I'll be probably doing a bunch of grindy stuff getting started away from the camera. But for now, let's go ahead and grab an oak tree and plant it. Get this tree planted so it can grow while we do other things here for a moment.
It has been a horrible 10 years.
There we got a story.
Code wizards meddled in the balance of nature and released hordes of monsters from other dimensions on an unsuspecting world. Not satisfied with just destroying the human life, the monsters rampaged across the world, eating everything they could find and leaving nothing in their wake but empty void. The great mage trio Dusk, Vizwi, and Scott approached you with an offer. They had just enough power to protect your home and a small amount of land from the final devastation. In return for their protection, you agreed to collect the materials and resources the creators would need to remake the world once the hordes retreated back to the Hell Realms. The Great Trio cast their spell to protect you, while the magician way of flowing time forced the evil armies into submission and ordered them back to their dimensions. Upon waking up, you find that the creators, the Jaded One and the Cute One, have left a small amount of supplies to get you started. They apologize for not being able to give you more. If you complete the tasks assigned, you will receive more rewards to help you in your mission. It is up to you to recreate the world, to provide a home for the poor, lonely creatures left alone and homeless, to repopulate the planet. To this end, the Jaded One has compiled a list of the many items and fluids that will be needed. This book will magically update your progress as you complete quests, and may at times have new quests added if she sees she missed a requirement. To start, punch tree, get wood.
So, typical start for a Minecraft world. We gotta punch trees, get some wood. So this is really cool. We have this quest book here. You saw in the strong box here, we've got a rain muffler so we can silence rain sounds. We got a little tiny bit of flint. We got some books, basic materials, world domination with open blocks, the normal stuff, and materials new for Tinker's Construct, so normal stuff. And we have a backup copy of the quest book in case we lose our copy of it. We'll try not to do that. And we got some bone meal and a couple of saplings here. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of bone meal so we can get things rolling here. We see the sun is going down. Now, this does have Food Plus and some of the other Magic Farm related mods to it. So we do lose hunger fairly quickly, and normal foods are not going to be very filling. So see lots and lots of stuff here. So we got to be careful about real careful with our hunger, especially at first here. Now, in this book, we have a bunch of different quests, and we can look at some of these, like go with the flow. Storing and moving fluids can be done in many ways. You can see that these are all the fluid-related quests, and we can't really do any of these at this point because, yeah, that's for later. Got storage-related things, and we'll start with learning to skyblock. So here's our quests to start things off. In the beginning, you may have noticed you have very little to start with. Almost no land, no food, but hey, you have a floor. Be thankful for that much. Now it's up to you to rebuild the entire planet, or as much as you can before dying. To start with, I suggest growing some trees. Oaks will supply you with apples, and the saplings, leaves, and string you'll be turning into dirt. Place three barrels outside where rain can fall into them. Place 2 more under cover to create a composting area. Once you have 8 spare saplings, place them in a barrel to compost into dirt. And we can compost some other stuff as well. It says you can use any eye to look up those recipes. I was not able to do that when I was testing this. But let's also look at using the book quests. This kind of goes through how this hardcore questing mode works. And this book is a new invention from VSWE, Scott Wares, and Lord Dusk. You may be wondering how to use this book. On the off chance that you have no idea what you're doing, this will give a small series of quests. We'll give you a few guidelines. First, if you right-click on any page, you'll go back to the previous page or menu. If a quest is dark, it's locked, you can't complete it, or you'll have to complete something else to unlock it. In the first menu, there's several numbered sets of quests. Some are locked, so we have to unlock those. And there's 2 types of tasks and 2 ways to submit quests. So the first type is a crafting quest, so we gotta craft wooden planks, which means we gotta get wood. So let's go ahead and start by doing that. Let's get this tree to grow right in our face. And let's punch down some wood. Now, I'm not gonna take the whole tree quite yet, because... Okay, so we got some wood. Now we can claim our reward of an apple. Okay, now if we go back, we got manual completion. We've got this one, it needs to consume, so we won't get these planks back. They vanish into the stomach of the giant void monster, thereby preventing him from eating us alive. Consume quests can be completed by collecting the items and clicking the manual submit button under the quest requirements. So let's go ahead, manual submit, and this time we're going to get the quest delivery system and a hopper. Go back. The quest delivery system, the final way of turning in quests is the quest delivery system. This block will require you to send the items through a hopper or duct attached to the block. AE buses can also send items to the delivery system. Before you send items, you need to key the system to the quest. Do so by selecting select task button and right-click the quest delivery system with the book, and then we can drop that through the hopper. Let's go up here and we'll put our quest delivery system here, put the hopper on it. Now I already hit select task, so we can hook that in there, and we'll put one plank in there, and there we go. Use hopper to submit a plank through the quest delivery system, then click the second task. There we go. So this one, we have to get the hopper back, and if we try to break that with our fist, then the hopper's just going to break. So we can't actually do that one quite yet. So let's go back to here, and you can see we have a whole bunch of things that we have to craft. So let's start by making a crafting bench, and we're going to turn that into a crafting station because that's one of the things that we need. You can see that one is complete now. Let's go ahead and put our crafting we'll put our crafting station here. Now, before we do anything else, I'm going to turn that into a crook, because this nifty little thing lets us get a lot better return from breaking all these leaves. And since we're already short on resources, this is kind of an important thing. Just noticing it, even though I have particles on, and I think anyway, let me double check. Yeah, particles all. I don't really hear the rain that much, and I don't think there's a muffler going or anything. Now, one thing I did see from Generic, I am watching Generic play this, so I might get a little bit of secrets here and there from that. But one thing I did see is, if we dig out here, there's this dirt chest hiding underneath, and there's some extra dirt. That will help us along our way tremendously. Gotta put that dirt back. And we'll grow this tree. Ooh, that's a big tree. And we're probably going to want to give ourselves some stairs and other ways around here at some point. The running water is that stream. Because right now we don't really have a good food source besides the apples. And apples really don't provide a whole lot of food for us. So let's go ahead, break all of these leaves out with the crook that we can anyway. You can see we've already got 4 saplings now. So the idea is we just keep going, and this part being a getting started in a skyblock with very little resources is also going to take a little bit of time to get where we're doing anything useful. Go. Let's do this. We're going to make these into crooks because they do go for pretty quick, and we will definitely need them for some of the other things as well. Break some more wood. And release just before it finishes. Okay, we're going to let that grow. Actually, let's go ahead. Oh, I guess I have to actually go get... Let's go ahead and make some slabs. And put those like so. Oh. Well, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Okay, let's just take out some of these extra ones. So we'll go here, then there. That should do okay. That will save us some jumping and help our food last a little bit longer. Perfect. Okay, now, what else do we need to make? We need to make a chest. So let's do that. There's a chest. Let's stick this down right next to our crafting station. You can see our chest is visible here. And we need a part builder, a tool station, and a stencil table. So let's go part builder. I think... whoops. Those were destroyed. Let's fix that. Let's see. World? No. Inventory. Recipe mode. Thank you. Make sure all that's good. Okay, so part builder. We need blank patterns. I think we need a blank pattern for each of those. Let's see here. I don't know if we're going to have enough materials at the moment, but we'll do what we can. And we're out of planks again. Is that tree grown? No. But we can at least make our part builder. And we're just going to go ahead and stick that next to it. Let's take out some of these micro blocks. Let's put these in there. Okay, so we got our part builder. Let's see, stencil. That's just a plank and a pattern. So we can go ahead and make that. I think we want a stencil chest there. Let's go ahead and we'll just put the stencil maker there. And now we need to go grow some more trees. Oh, that was easy. So some of the other things that this crook will end up getting us, hopefully, is some silkworms, which we'll need. Because that will... Oh, there's one, in fact. That will give us the ability to make string from trees. More specifically, it will turn all the leaves on a tree into infested leaves, which can be broken using the crooks to get string and some other things. So that's good. Some of these things you learn from later quests as well, but like I said, I am watching generic, but I don't think that will detract from my enjoyment of this too much. Okay, let's go ahead, make some more patterns. Whoops. And we also need a tool station. Tool station. There we go. That's a blank pattern and a crafting table. There we go. So we're going to put this here. Let's look at a pattern chest, which is just a chest with a blank pattern on it. So let's go ahead and make one of those, even though we don't really need it. We're going to stick that in the corner. I thought that... I guess it's really only the part builder that needs that. Oh well, that's already there. Okay, so right now, we get well fed for a few seconds off the apples, but they only restore half a hunch of food, so they aren't going to give us a whole lot. Fortunately, we do get a reasonable number of them through our farming here. So we're just going to break these leaves. Keep breaking them with the crook, and hopefully... This does increase the chances of getting things like saplings as well, so this helps build our sapling supply quicker, which we're going to need to make any more dirt and things like that. And we're going to need a lot of dirt ultimately, I think. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of slow progress to begin with here, but we want to finish this quest and open up the next quests in the chain here. So let's break this, and I'm trying to minimize the bone meal usage where I can. So if I'm going to be crafting for a little bit, then I'm not going to use the bone meal. Oops. Okay, so let's go ahead and just turn all of this into planks, because we need to make several of these barrels. Okay, there's 4 barrels. We're going to put 2 of them here. Actually, no. We're going to put 1 of them in here for the moment. Because we want 3 outside. And these will collect rain and fill up with water. And we're hungry again already. Okay, so let's take a look at our quest log here. You can see we've got all of these filled in. And we have a choice of an Axe of Despair or a Pan of Destiny. And I think we really want this Pan of Destiny, because that will at least let us cook. Breaking the wood, we should be able to make an axe with tinkers now without too much trouble. So we'll be able to do that. And we'll get some apples, some part of a heart, and a reward bag. So let's go ahead, we'll get the pan. That at least gives us some cooking options. And our next quest is string. String is the gateway to all resources. Fishing rods will provide food. Sieves are used to sift dirt, gravel, sand, and dust to obtain stone, ores, and other resources. To get string, you will need to break leaves with your crook until you receive a silkworm. Right-click a leaf with a leaf block on a newly grown tree with the silkworm. Walk away, wait for it to turn white, and then we break them with a crook to get string and more silkworms. And we can also cook silkworms for food if we are really desperate. See, and then we'll get a stone axe and another quarter of a heart. Let's go ahead, we'll put the heart in here. Let's see what's in our reward bag. 12 angel blocks, and that seems to be it. Well, that was... That... Well, I don't know. That could turn out to be useful, but... I can think of many other things that I would have rather had there. Okay, silkworm. Do your thing. So you can see now we have infested leaves here. So that's going to take a little while. It'll turn the whole tree pretty much all white. And once that happens, then we'll be able to break that down with the crook and get some more, and get some leaves. Or some string, rather. And it may take a couple of trees worth to get enough to do what we need. Looking for... because I'd like to actually get another tree going. I think what we are going to want to do is probably expand out this island. You can see there's not a lot to this island at this point. But I think we're going to want to expand this so that we have a better, or have more area to grow our trees on. Let's go up here. So this is kind of this is what we have to work with. I love this little house too. This little house is pretty cool. And we got a little bit of a pond up here. And praise the road. Praise it now. So one block of road. All that remains of the world as it was. Okay, so let's see how our... So you can see the infested leaves have spread. There's a couple more leaf blocks that are infested now. So if we break this one... of course, it didn't give us anything this time. So I'm going to pause here for a moment and let this tree... let this tree finish doing its thing, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and our tree is pretty much all done getting infested with the silkworms. So now if you break the leaves, you can see we get string, and every once in a while, or sometimes some of the leaves end up going back to the normal green color. And you can just leave those and they'll get reinfested or turn back into the nice white leaves. And we're going to need a whole bunch of string in order to make all the things we need for this quest. So let's try and get as much out of this tree as we can. And we'll try to leave some of those still connected. Maybe they'll turn back. Otherwise, we'll just start another tree. In fact, we'll just do that. We'll get what we can out of this tree, and then we'll just start another tree. We've got more silkworms, so we can put a couple of them in the next tree, so it will grow, or so it will get converted just a little bit faster. And we got 25 string out of this. Let's go ahead and break the wood down. Come on, punching wood. See if we can get this next tree going real quick. And what we'll do is we'll grow it and start the silkworms working on it. And while they do their thing... Oh, that's a short tree. Put one there, and we'll put one there. And we'll keep one silkworm just in case we need it. Let's go ahead and eat a couple apples. Let's put the extra silkworm in here. Now, we need an oak sieve, and that's made by making 2 of these silk meshes. I need some additional wood to turn into sticks. We get 2 sticks. We put some... Put these sieves here, and or these silk meshes, and we put some planks on it, and we get an oak sieve. And then we also need a fishing rod, and that's 3 sticks and 2 string. So there's our fishing rod. We need a wooden hammer. A wooden hammer is 2 sticks and 2 planks. So there's our hammer. And then we need a bed, which means we just need another 7 string so that we can make our bed. Let's see how our tree's doing. It's going to take a little while. In the meantime, let's go ahead and we're going to do some advanced fishing techniques. First, though, let's make some more planks and make a few more slabs here. So let's get our way up here. There we go. So if you just tried to fish directly here, the fishing rod kind of glitches out because it's not big enough pool and it's not deep enough. But if we just aim towards the sky and hopefully be accurate here, just to shade down, if we can get this line to the other way that we can do this, we can just stand in the pool and fish straight above us. Let it drop in there. And we didn't catch anything. Straight above. Sploosh. Come on, fishies. Because we're going to need this both for food and some of the other quests, if I remember right. I also played on a single player, or the other save, the flat world save, just a little bit, just to make sure all this stuff was working and see how, kind of get an idea how the pieces fit together and worked. Come on. Wow, okay. The flat world has a little bit more water in the one pond, but a whole lot less land to work with. Oops. There we go, that should do. Sploosh. Come on, give me fishes. I need fishes. Fishes? Anywhere? Hello, fishes. The tree's about halfway done there. I'm going to continue doing a little bit of fishing. Oh, there we go. We got a fish. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll see if we can get the string that we need from this much of the tree being done. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. One more string. There we go. And we'll let the silkworms finish the tree up so we can make sure that we continue to have enough of them. Oh, excuse me. In the meantime, that's interesting. I thought carpet took more than that. In the meantime, let's get a bed. And there's that part of the quest done. Oh, your first stone. So now we have to... A job well done. You've proven yourself that you can stay alive in this new world. The cute one might be impressed, but don't count on it. Now that you haven't killed yourself yet, now the time has come to get working with wood. Let's put those trees you've grown to some good use. Find the stones hidden in the dirt with a device... using a device which the great transmutation lords have created just for you. So, cobblestone. Now, here's where it gets really cool. So over here, we're going to put this here. If we take some of this dirt, I don't want to use too much of it, but we'll probably have to use at least 2. We just keep clicking on here. Boom. We got 3 little pieces of stone. Go through another one. Get those off my hotbar because I don't want to accidentally... Ooh, melon seeds. That's really good. And now we can take these little pieces of stone. If we look at usage, we can turn them into cobblestone. Boom. Cobblestone. Much success. Okay, so we'll get a stone axe, we'll get a quarter of a heart. Now we have a choice between sugar cane, cotton, which will give us more string, carrot seeds or wheat seeds. Now sugar, actually, you know what? Thinking about it, we've got melon, so that can provide us some food. Let's look at what we can do with melon. What can we do? We can make melon blocks. We can make glistering melon. We can turn it into make more melon seeds. We can make melon juice. Melon smoothies. If we make snowballs. Melon yogurt. If we get some plain yogurt, which is leather. Fruit salad. And a lot of this stuff is going to need sugar. So, you know what? It actually kind of makes sense to get sugar cane, because we can get some of this other stuff later on through other means. But the sugar cane might be harder to come by. So we're going to do that. And that opens up 3 new quests for us. Let's see. Oh, I actually lose that fish. So, fishing trip. Their first food source, aside from apples, is fish. Use a fishing rod to grab yourself some dinner from the pool. And we'll submit that fish that we just caught. And we'll pick a reward bag. We're going to get a reed fishing rod, a cooked fish, and another piece of a heart. So there's that one. And now we got some more options to go here. So we can also take these heart pieces and combine them. So that's cool. Let's see what's in this reward bag. That was not the reward bag. We got sharpness 5 diamond horse armor. 'Cause that makes sense. Okay. I'm not sure what to think about that. But we've got it. Let's take a look at the other quests that we have. We've got Be Resourceful, Melting Stone, which unlocks some other quests, Fungus Among Us, and Survival is Not Tasty. So those are our options to make some progress. And that's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm going to do a bit of grinding off camera just to get some resources going. Mainly build up some wood supply and things of that nature. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed and will enjoy me on this quest. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!